Hey, good evening folks, it's been a while. Sid from SiD's Impressions. The quick video that I wanted to make today was focused on, or is going to be focused on smart speakers and smart home devices. Now, I particularly want to pay a little bit of attention to this particular category of devices, especially because this is becoming more and more part of our daily lives, and anyone who says that I'm not interested in this product category should pay attention. And the reason why I say that is because these things are existing in your office, in your house. It could be around you at this point in time. You may not even notice it. Of course, if it's your own home, you know it's not there, but smart devices are something you should definitely pay attention to, because these things are always collecting data about you. I've already made a video on the Amazon Echo and a few other devices in the past, I think, but I'd like to focus now more than ever is because Apple has also paid attention to this particular space. If you haven't noticed, and we're nearing the deadline or the time when the device is actually going to be available, and that's probably by Christmas. The Apple HomePod is a 349 smart speaker Siri built in. Now, what they want you to focus on and what they've smartly marketed it to be is a speaker with smartness built in, when essentially it is a smart device with a speaker built in. Now think of it this way: they want to be in your home and understand what you do at every point in time, and what better thing to do without a certain degree of invasion of privacy by listening to you. If it's a camera, of course you're going to be extremely paranoid about the fact that, hey, someone's actually watching me. It's not only meant for my people to, sort of have a look at whether I'm safe or not, but if there is a camera, you're going to be paranoid of the fact that, hey, Apple could actually be seeing me. Of course, Apple's not building a smart camera yet, at least not that we know of. Of course, there have been allegations and cases against Apple where other people have actually hacked into MacBooks and enabled remote viewing of whatever you're doing in front of the laptop. That's a different story altogether. One thing I'd like to highlight here is when Apple, and I've highlighted this in my previous videos, call it an obsession about Apple, but whenever Apple digs into a particular space and says that, okay, we want in it, it becomes a trend, and a lot of other players start getting interested and putting a lot of money behind it, and that's something that's happening. Well, funnily enough, it's not Apple that actually started this trend, it's Amazon which started the trend, and Google has followed. Apple has the HomePod, which is basically, like I mentioned, a smart speaker a speaker with smartness built into it. Essentially, it's a data-hungry device which is trying to listen to pretty much everything. So think about it, even when you are silent in the home, it's actually collecting data that no one is speaking to me at this point in time. That means no one is at home. And over a period of time, it can collect so much data and say that in this neighborhood, between this time and this time, there are no one, so you could optimize the delivery system around that particular area and say that if there are so many thousand houses in this particular area and no one lives in this particular area between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., don't even bother having a team in that particular area. Whereas in some areas where there are people talking to Alexa and calling out on Siri, that is essentially data points to say that, okay, there are people who live in these neighborhoods and we need to have more people in this particular neighborhoods to deliver goods during the day and not having to worry about delivering only at evening. There's so much data that's being collected about you, and it's important for you to know that this is something that you have to have control over. So be it the Home Max by Google, or the Home Mini by Google, or the Echo and the whole lot of Echos that are there. There's the Echo Dot, which is $45 now, Echo, which is $99 or $100, Echo Plus at $150, Echo Spot at $130, and Echo Show at $199, and a camera which is the Echo Look at $199 as well. So Amazon's definitely ahead of the game, ahead of the pack by leaps and bounds. Google is trying to play catch up. Apple hasn't even begun the game yet, but I'm pretty sure once Apple gets into the space, and come December, there are a lot of people who are music friendly or people who love music who are going to purchase this device, and inadvertently giving away a lot of your personal data without you even knowing it. So be aware, be safe.